Good morning, thanks for joining. Going to do today 30 minutes. We're working on 5 Pilates moves for our core strength, and then we'll move on to some twists which will help to release off the back, and then we'll finish with 5 stretches. So we're just going to warm up first of all, warming up kind of the back of the body first. So we're standing up tall with the feet slightly apart and with the knees slightly bent, and all we're doing is rolling down. So rolling down, fingertips slowly down the body, and then lifting up again slowly. And we'll start by thinking about engaging the core, so drawing our navel back to our spine, rolling down, keeping the knees soft, pressing the feet into the floor. The feet are our foundation, so we press the feet into the floor as we lift up. And 2 more. We can work with our breath if we want to. So we're breathing in as we lift up, and breathing out as we lower down. And then we're just going to hold here, keeping the knees soft. And the fingertips are in front, and then taking the fingertips over to the side, back to the centre, and then fingertips over to the left, and back to the centre. And pressing the feet into the floor again, drawing the tummy in, breathing in as we lift up slowly. Okay, so we'll go into our Pilates moves. So the first one we're doing is the roll downs. So we'll do each one for about 30 seconds, and then we'll rest on our backs with our knees into our chest. So if at any time you feel you need to rest, that's fine. So we'll aim for 6 roll downs in the 30 seconds. So first of all, feet pressing into the floor, feet bent, chest forward, and then we kind of tuck the pelvis up, tucking the tailbone under and rolling down slowly, keeping the chin towards the chest, press into the feet as we lift back up. So 5 or 6, lowering down slowly, breathing in to lift back up, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Drawing the tummy in, and if you can, 1 more. Okay, and then if you can, hold about 10 seconds. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and lift back up. Okay, so we'll rest on our back, bringing the knees into the chest before we go on to the next move. So knees side to side, maybe taking the knees away and drawing the knees back in. Whichever feels good for you, for your back, your lower back particularly. Okay, so next is roll ups. So you can keep your feet flat on the floor, or you can have your legs out straight. This time we stretch the arms above the head. I'm going to try it with my feet on the floor, just thinking about my back. So we want to do a couple of those pelvic tilts. So we're squeezing the pubic bone up towards the face, which will maybe lift our glutes off the floor a little bit, and then back down. But try not to allow an arch in the back. So fingertips stretched away. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling, tuck that chin in towards the chest and roll up. So it's a little bit easier with the feet on the floor, and then roll down again with that C shape in the spine, drawing the tummy in, fingertips back up towards the ceiling. So about 4 or 5 more at your own pace, chin towards the chest, rolling the back off the floor, and lifting up. Try not to hold the breath. Try to keep the jaw and the neck relaxed. 2 more. and roll down again, slowly. So we're planting the lower back into the floor, middle back, the upper back and the shoulders. And then we're bringing our knees back into our chest. So the third exercise is the 100s. So just do what we can. So I'll just show you. So the 100s is supposed to be a warm-up exercise, but it is quite intense. So we're lying on the floor, we bring our chin towards our chest, and then hands are off the floor about 2 inches, and the feet are supposed to be off the floor 2 inches. But for me that's too much, so I need to bend my legs. Okay, so it's up to you. You can have the legs out straight, but the feet are only supposed to be 2 inches off the floor, and that for me is too intense on my back, so I'm going to keep my legs bent. But the main thing is to keep the chin towards the chest, draw the tummy in, and then pump. So we need to do this 10 times, but rest if you need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going if you can, or rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tummy in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower back. Knees into the chest. Okay, so we'll move on to Pilates move number 4, which is the saw. So for the saw, we want to be sitting up on our sit bones. So try to bring the flesh from underneath the buttocks so we can feel our sit bones pressing into the mat, and feet are about hip width apart. So we're sitting up as tall as we can with that nice straight long spine, and taking the arms out to the side. Breathe in, and then breathe out. We turn and twist to the right. Try to keep your arms in line with your shoulders, and then we reach forward to take the hand either outside the right shin or to the right toes. And breathe in back to the centre, and breathe out to the opposite side. Trying to keep our chest forward and our shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in centre, breathe out, saw, breathe in centre, breathe out, saw. So 2 more, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And 1 more each side, breathing in, breathing out, drawing that tummy in, breathing in, breathing out. And slowly breathe in back to the centre, breathe out, release the arms. So we'll lie back down onto our mat. Again, bringing the knees into the chest. Maybe this time making a circle with our knees. Okay, and then the last exercise is the one-legged stretch. So it's a bit like what we normally do when we're stretching our hips out. So I'll just show you both toes are pointed, and we hug one knee in towards the chest. This is what we normally do, and then just change sides. So with the one-legged Pilates stretch, for this one, we have the left leg hovering off the floor 2 inches, both toes pointed, and we draw our chin towards our chest and we lift the head up towards the knee. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. So a breath in and a breath out. And then we change sides. So we hug the left knee towards the chest, extend the right leg along the floor, point the toes, breathe in, breathe out. And then we slowly change sides, taking a breath in and a breath out, making sure the tummy is drawn in. Change sides, point the toes, breathe in, breathe out, chin stays towards the chest, and 2 more each side. One more each side. I'll be doing the extra there. And knees into the chest, release the head onto the floor. Maybe it's time a couple of shoulder shrugs or shoulder rotations if that feels good, or knees side to side, or knees away and knees in. So now we're moving into our twist moves. So I like twists after Pilates, I've realised, to twist out the spine. Okay, so first of all we're coming into Russian twists. So we're going to do about 30 seconds. So with Russian twists we can keep the feet on the floor as long as we keep our back straight like a ski slope, chin just kind of parallel with the floor, looking ahead, and then we're just twisting side to side. If you want to, you can take the feet off the floor, but that's when we tend to go like that, which we don't really want. So we want to keep the chest forward and the back nice and straight. Okay, so off we go, your choice. We want to take the feet off the floor and twist. 30 seconds. Twist right round, draw the tummy in, keep going. Another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit up. Okay, so next we're going to do lunge and twist. So on all fours, we start. So first of all, drawing the tummy in, pressing the hands into the mat, and then stepping the right foot forward, out just in between the hands. Then here, lifting the chest forward. So there's a couple of options. We can either press the left hand into the floor and stretch the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. We can keep the movement dynamic, so bringing the right hand outside the right foot, stretching up on the in-breath, and bringing the hand down on the out-breath. Or you can hold, if you like, or we can go into a little bit more challenging for the balance, is to draw your left shoulder as far as you can over the right thigh, and then bring the palms together. And then you can look over your right elbow. So we're drawing the chest, as much of the chest as we can, to the right. So if you can, hold for another 10 seconds. And then slowly release, bring the hands outside the right foot and stepping the right foot back. Then we'll step our left foot forward. Just draw the tummy in first, stepping the left foot forward. And again, we can do those twists, pressing your right hand underneath the right shoulder, stretching up to breathe in. Breathing out as you bring your hand down. If you want to, you can bring your hand inside the left hand inside the left foot if you want to. It's up to you. Breathing in as we stretch up. Breathing out to lower. Breathing in to stretch up. And out to lower. Or then we can carry on with that or go into the more challenging balance. So this time, as much as we can, drawing our right shoulder over our left thigh, drawing the chest as well if you can over to the left, and then bringing the palms together just in line with the knee, looking over your left elbow or your left shoulder. And bringing the hands either side of the left foot. So here we're coming into the chair and twist. So we're first of all going to step our right foot forward and then rolling up again slowly, just drawing the fingertips up the body until we come to standing. So for the twist, the chair and twist, we bring our feet together and we're bending the knees. So just pushing the knees forward slightly, chest forward, shoulders back. Try not to stick your bottom out, so drawing the tailbone under. Then we twisting to the right, palms together, we're going down as low as we can, maybe bringing that left elbow outside the right thigh. And then hold here for about 30 seconds. You can look over your right shoulder or you can just look towards the right. If you've got any neck issues, best to look towards the right. Squeezing the tummy in. So not only a twist great for our spine, they're also really good for our digestive system. So after this, maybe have a drink of water or herbal tea. Okay, so press into both feet as we lift up, standing up slowly, and then we're going to twist to the other side, so bending the knees again, drawing the tummy in, then rotating the chest to the left, taking the right elbow outside the left thigh, and holding for 30 seconds. Notice all the toes and the feet, all parts of the feet pressing into the floor. And then coming back to the centre with the hands, press into the feet, lift up slowly. Okay, shaking out the legs. Next we're coming into a seated twist. Okay, so coming to our mat. So there's a couple of options really. You can do this with your legs crossed, and we're again bringing the flesh from underneath the buttocks, so we're sitting on our sit bones, and we bring the left hand outside the right knee and the right hand quite close to the lower back, which helps us keep a nice long spine, and we're gently drawing the chest to the right. Or the other option is to extend both legs and sit up in that L shape or staff pose in yoga. Push your heels away, toes towards the face, and then draw the right foot over the left knee. I've gone the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, right foot over left knee. Sitting up as tall as you can, hugging the right knee in towards the left shoulder, and then the hand comes behind. Whichever one you prefer, they're both quite nice. We want that good stretch in the glutes and the hips, especially if you're doing the one with the left leg out straight. And if the leg is out straight, you want to push your left heel away. So the left leg is strong, straight. Okay, so move to the centre slowly and then stretch out the right leg, or if you're sitting cross-legged, uncross the ankles and go the unnatural way. I'll do the, I won't do the cross-legged, I'll do the left foot over the right knee and left knee into right shoulder, sitting up as tall as we can. Then we're gently rotating to the left, bringing the left hand behind the lower back, pushing our right heel away, right toes towards the face. Slowly back to the centre, stretch out the left leg, then into dynamic reclining twists. So we're lying on the floor with our arms out like a T shape. Really try to extend the fingertips away and the feet are together, knees are together. Again, using the pelvic tilt to make sure our back is nice and flat into the floor. And it's a breath into the centre and a breath out, taking our knees down to the right hand side. You should feel a stretch up the left hand side of the body. Breathe in. When you're ready to breathe in, the knees come to the centre. When you're ready to breathe out, the knees go down to the left. So we're working with our breath, trying to get the movement in sync with the breath. So try not to rush. The more we can deepen the breath, the more we can slow down the movement. And one more each side. And back to the centre, and knees into the chest. So moving on to the 5 yoga stretches. So the first one is child pose. So there's always lots of different ways to do child pose. I'll just go with the simple way. So it's the knees about hip width, big toes together, bottom down to the heels, and back to the hands rest by the feet, so the palms are up and the head rests on the floor. So 5, making the breath as deep as possible. So by that I mean breathing into the tummy, into the side ribs, into the back ribs and into the chest, and then consciously breathe out from the chest, the ribs and the tummy. And lifting up slowly. The next stretch we've got is more for the inner thighs, and it's butterfly. So butterfly is quite nice to have a block or a cushion to sit on, or a rolled up mat. So soles of the feet together and knees out to the side. We can be yang and dynamic. We can bring our feet closer into the body and butterfly the knees up and down. We can do this one for between 1 to 5-ish or even 10 minutes. And then if you want to, we can come forward, drawing the chest forward, making the, if you draw your chest forward and keep the back like a ski slope, you have more intensity in the inner thigh stretch. Okay, and lifting up slowly, and then stretching out the legs for a back of the thigh stretch, maybe a calf stretch. So it's still good to do this from the block, keeping the knees bent first of all. So here, taking hold of opposite elbow underneath the legs, keeping the chest as much contact as you can with the thighs. You can rest the head down and then push those heels away. And notice where you feel a stretch. It could be your lower back or it could be the hamstrings. Again, getting those full breaths in. So we're increasing our lung capacity if we can breathe all the way into the tummy, the side ribs, the back ribs and the chest. And if we can exhale all the way out. Okay, lifting up slowly. Okay, so the next one is Sphinx, stretching out the front of the body. We are strengthening our back here, so if it feels too much, you could just make a pillow with your hands and rest your cheek on the pillow. And here bring the big toes together and the heels out. We still want to be getting the full 3-part breath in. So tummy expands on the in-breath, expand the back, expand the chest, then exhale, everything releases. Finally, at the end of the exhale, we're drawing the tummy in. If you're in Sphinx, if that feels okay, the elbows are just resting underneath the shoulders. So more of a stretch here for the front of the body, the thighs maybe, the hips, flexors, and the tummy. Even the chest can come forward. And the last one, lift out of Sphinx very slowly, push into the elbows, lift up, tabletop. And here you can do some angry cat movements, so arching the spine up towards the ceiling, drawing the tummy in. And breathe in, back to the neutral spine, maybe a little tilt of the hips up towards the ceiling. And then the last move is figure 4. Great stretch for the hips and the glutes and the piriformis. So right angle first of all over the left thigh, we're pushing the right knee away. And that might be enough for that right hip. If you want to, we can lift the left foot off the floor and threading the hands underneath the left knee or on top of the left shin. If you have any knee problems, maybe flexing the toes, which helps to stabilise and switch on the muscles around the knee. It's quite nice to take the knees side to side. If it's not very intense stretch, you can draw that left knee a little bit closer into the body, but we don't want to be screwing up our shoulders and our throat and our jaw and our neck. So if that causes that to happen, don't try to draw the knee in. The more you take your knees over to the left hand side, maybe the deeper stretch you'll get in your right hip and your right glute. Bringing the left foot down to the floor and the right foot down to the floor. Left ankle over right thigh. Might be enough to push that left knee away. If you want to go further, right foot comes off the floor, hands underneath the right knee or on top of the right shin, flexing the toes, switches on the muscles, maybe knees side to side. Now if we take the left foot over to the right a bit more, you get a deeper stretch in the left glute. Bringing down the right foot, then the left foot, and stretching out both legs. Stretch the arms above the head, point the fingers away. Real nice deep stretch. And bring the arms down. And finish by bringing the knees back into the chest. So if we had an hour, we could do that all again. Maybe next week in the hour class. Okay, rolling up to seated. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be out in the gorgeous sunshine, taking the rays. And see you soon. Bye for now. Hi Una.